Hey, Ms. Owens, I've noticed that the last few times I've completed a reading level analysis of my class using DIBELS, our universal screener for reading, Rebecca Brown, one of my third grade students, hasn't been performing at the level that she should be. I've decided to try some different things with her to see if her reading level could improve, and I was wondering if you could come in and observe me doing some of these things.
I can do that. What time is your reading lesson?
My lesson starts at 10, but I begin by going over the previous night's homework, so you could probably wait until around 10:20 to come in.
That sounds good. I'll be there tomorrow.
One of my students, Rebecca Brown, has been doing poorly on my universal reading screenings in my classroom. I've tried several new methods with her, and the special education teacher, Ms. Owens, has been observing, and we don't see an improvement. Should we have a meeting with her parents and let them know what's going on with her and possibly recommend she be evaluated for special education services?
That's exactly what we need to do. I'll contact Rebecca's parents and set up a meeting with them immediately.
Mr. and Mrs. Brown, the reason why we asked for this meeting today is that I feel like Rebecca should be evaluated for special education services. The special education teacher and I have been observing her, and we believe that she may have dyslexia. She has been doing poorly on her universal screening, even after a few implemented differentiation techniques.
Okay, we just have a few questions.
Can you explain to us what a universal screener is?
The universal screener is an assessment that is characterized by the administration of quick, low-cost, repeatable testing of age-appropriate skills to all students.
What exactly is an individualized education program? Why would it be beneficial to Rebecca?
An IEP outlines your child's disability and also the resulting educational goals for her. It dictates to the extent to which she can participate in the general ed classroom and what accommodations she will need to do so.
Okay, I think we can agree that you have our permission to evaluate Rebecca. Thank you.
Thanks to everyone for coming today. Mr. and Mrs. Brown, this is our student support team here at Bay Roanoke Elementary. As you know, I am the principal, Ms. Garrett. This is our SST chair, Ms. Ault. This is Rebecca's third grade teacher, Ms. Boggs, and the special education teacher who helped observe, Ms. Owens. And lastly, this is our school counselor, Ms. Knight.
Thank you, Ms. Garrett. With your permission, Mr. and Mrs. Brown, we evaluated Rebecca because of her poor results from Ms. Boggs' universal screening in her classroom and came to the conclusion that Rebecca does in fact have dyslexia. We wanted to meet with you today to review her individualized education program that will be implemented to aid her in overcoming this disability. Do you have any questions yet?
Well, first, how do you know our daughter has dyslexia?
Okay. Well, dyslexia literally means difficulty with words. It is a neurological disorder resulting in problems with letter-sound association, and we've seen the effects of it in Rebecca's reading, writing, and spelling.
No two cases are alike, so we have developed needs-specific IEPs to implement into her daily lessons.
Will our daughter be staying in the regular ed classroom, or will she have to be placed in a special ed classroom?
Oh no, she will definitely be allowed to remain in Ms. Boggs' classroom. There will just be a few changes in her daily routine that should help her to start performing at her grade level, and I'm here to help oversee the implementation of this differentiation.
Mr. and Mrs. Brown, with the specialized help for remedial instruction, this can lead to marked improvement in reading and understanding. With this early intervention, we will be able to provide the best possible outcome. Rebecca will receive extra learning assistance, private and individual tutoring.
Will she be excluded from any other activities in school because of her disability?
Of course not. Our goal is to implement these strategies while making her feel comfortable and welcome in the classroom at the same time.
Also, positive reinforcement is very important, as many students with learning disabilities have poor self-esteem. A counselor may be helpful if you feel the need.
What kinds of things do you have in mind to implement into your daily lessons?
Well, I will continue to follow her instructions on her classwork as well as read them out loud. I will also break up the information into smaller steps. When we have to read selections from books out loud in class, I will send her selection home with her beforehand so she can practice and be more comfortable with the reading.
And of course, Miss Boggs will have Miss Alt, Miss Knight, and Miss Owens working with her continually to make sure everything will be implemented correctly. We'll be in touch. If you have any more questions or concerns, let us know. And we will be reevaluating her in about a year.
Okay, thank you very much.